everyone, and welcome back to our super tech adventure. So far, we've made our unicorn fly with motion blocks and look magical with looks blocks. We also added some sound, but who tells our code when to start? It's the events blocks. They are the triggers that get our projects going.
Oh, like the green flag? We've used that one already, right?
That's right. Jack, the when green flag clicked block, is our main start button, but the events toolbox has lots of other ways to begin an action.
So these blocks are like the starting signal for our code.
Exactly, Luna. They're all the yellow blocks on the left, and they're how we tell our code when to do something. Let's explore some new ones. The first new block we'll look at is when this sprite clicked. This is a great way to make a character interactive.
So, we could click the unicorn, and something would happen.
You got it. Let's try it. We'll connect a purple say block from the looks toolbox to our new event block.
It worked! That's so cool! It's like we're talking to her.
It is. Now, what if we wanted to make something happen when we press a key on the keyboard? We can use when space key pressed. This is perfect for games. We can change space to any other key we want. Let's make our unicorn jump when we press the space key.
Awesome! Now I can make a jumping unicorn game.
Now, for a very special event block. When backdrop switches to... This is great for making a story with different scenes.
So we can have one scene where our unicorn is in a garden. And when we switch to a new backdrop, a whole new part of the story begins.
Yes, here, let's change the background and then add a sound to play when the background changes.
Wow, this is superb!
Now, let's put everything we've learned together. We're going to build a simple interactive scene using only events blocks to trigger our actions. First, the when green flag clicked block will get our game ready. We'll use it to make our unicorn glide to the center of the screen.
I want the space key to make her spin around.
Perfect! We'll use a repeat loop from control around the turn block from motion to make her spin.
This is perfect!
And when we click her, she should say I am a magical unicorn.
Sounds great! We'll connect a say block to that event. Let's try it out! Now, let's try it. See how the events blocks are the brains of our program? They decide when our code starts, making our projects interactive and fun. Next time, we'll explore the control blocks to see how we can give our code rules and make things happen over and over again. See you next time on Tech Time for Kids. If you've liked this video, please like and subscribe to our channel for more similar videos. Bye-bye for now. See you later.